Hello YouTube, Sam here from youtube.com/onlivegamer for the new Boston, and in this tutorial we're going to continue working on our Paint program that comes from the book Beginning Microsoft Visual Basic 2008 by Theron Willis and Brian Newsom, published by Rocks. I just want to make sure to give them credit in each one of these videos to prevent any problems from happening. I'm not claiming this as my own, but I'm teaching you guys how to do it. So if you remember from the previous tutorial, we created the class GraphicsItem. So now let's go ahead and we'll come over here to Paint YouTube and let's add a new class. Now if you don't know what GraphicsItem is, then I highly suggest you move back to the previous tutorial because it'll be really complicated if you don't know what it does and what's in it. And I don't have the time to explain it again in this tutorial. So we'll create another class called GraphicsCircle. Now what we're going to be drawing with is a circle. So when we start drawing with circles, it's going to create a solid line. So here is our GraphicsCircle class. If you don't know what I mean by it making a solid line, let me show you guys real quick. I'm going to pause right here and open up the finished product, and I'll show you guys what happens when what I mean by drawing a solid line. Oh, you can see? Okay, so you can see here is my Paint program, and when I start drawing with the circle, it draws straight lines here. So I'll go ahead and close out of that. I just wanted to explain to you what that does. So we have our class GraphicsCircle, and you probably have already guessed by now, but we're going to have it inherit from GraphicsItem. So we'll go ahead and come down here, and you can see that when I press enter, it automatically creates a sub draw for us. It's public override sub draw. You can see here that we made that in our GraphicsItem class, and it's must override draw. So whenever we inherit from GraphicsItem, it's going to go ahead and create this for us once we press enter. Now when you're making programs in the future, whenever you create must inherit class or must override subs, and you inherit from a class that has those, it's going to fill in all of those in there. So you could have like 1,000,000 different subs, and it's going to fill in all of those for you, all of the must override subs. So here's our draw sub, and what we want to do is let's create a new brush. So we'll just call it object solid brush as new solid brush, and it defines a brush of a single color. Brushes are used to fill graphic shapes such as rectangles, ellipses, pies, polygons, and paths. It cannot be inherited. That's pretty much the description of a solid brush. And it's going to take one argument. We're going to need color. So we'll type me.color. So by using the keyword me, that refers to the class GraphicsCircle. So it's going to use the variable color from GraphicsCircle. This will prevent any errors from happening by using this right here, because if we just use the word color, we may get an error because that is a keyword for Visual Basic, and if we have any other color variables such as ones that are only inside subs or methods or functions, this will prevent any conflict from happening. And if you're wondering where did we get color from, well, it's in the class GraphicsItem. It's public color of type color. So now that we've created our solid brush, let's go ahead and draw the circle. So we'll do graphics, and you can see here that graphics comes from the argument. So we got draw, and then for the arguments we need a graphics as of type system.drawings.graphics. So we want to fill an ellipse. Now an ellipse is basically a circle or an oval, and ovals can be warped in all different kinds of ways. They can be really long and skinny, really tall and skinny. Whatever is round is going to be an ellipse, and a perfect circle would also fall under that category. So graphics.fill ellipse, and what we want to do is use object solid brush for our brush, and then for the second argument, our rectangle, we'll type me.rectangle. Now once again, this refers to the public variable rectangle that is in class GraphicsCircle. Now you can't see it here because it's inherited from graphics item. So rectangle is given to GraphicsCircle by graphics item, and then we can use it by typing me.rectangle. Okay, so now that we've created our graphics item and our GraphicsCircle classes, let's come over here to paintcanvas.vb. We'll right click it and we will select view code. So here's the code that's going to run inside of our paint canvas class. So inside of this, let's go ahead and create an enumeration. Now this enumeration is going to hold the sizes, the possible sizes for the circle. So we're going to have a small, a medium, and a large. So we'll type public enum graphics sizes as integer, and we'll set small equal to, let's say, 5, medium is going to equal 10, and then large, let's make large equal to 25. So we've got our graphic sizes enumeration, and let's create one more enumeration. Now this is going to be graphics tools, and we want it to be of type integer, and we can't forget to put enumeration right here. So public enum graphics tools as integer. Go ahead and hit enter, and we'll set circle pin equal to 0. So whenever we make a variable of type graphics tools, there's only going to be one option for us, and it's going to be 0, which is a circle pin. So this is all we're going to add right now in the paint canvas class. So we're going to be adding more in the next tutorial, and if you have any questions about our GraphicsCircle class or the anything else in this tutorial or in the paint program, go ahead and leave them in the comments. I'll try to answer as many as I can. And if you understand everything, go ahead and move on to the next tutorial.